Alright, so we're gonna have to replay the game in its entirety in order to uh get New Game Plus. Which isn't that bad. It basically just means that we have to play the story all the way to the end until um, we beat the game and then we get New Game Plus. Like how I just repeated the same thing twice. Okay, cool. So I'm not gonna do that today. So this isn't much of a stream. This is more of like an intro uh, to Zero Dawn. Zero Dawn is an amazing game. If you haven't played it, you absolutely should. Um, if you can, play it on a PlayStation 5. If you're like me, play it on a PS4. It's just as beautiful. It's just as fun. It's just as good. Um, Forbidden West, I think, is also on the 4, or might only be on the 5. I don't quite remember. Um, but I think it's definitely more fit for the 5. Um, between the two, I think I like the second one better, just because of the types of machines you can ride and all that fun stuff. However, I like Zero Dawn for the reason that the I don't the Frozen Wilds, the DLC called the Frozen Wilds, is just so good. It's so good. It feels like they actually worked hard on creating the map and creating the different areas you could explore and actually making it feel like you're in a mountainous, snowy area. Like it's just like you're in the frozen wilds. It's wild, dude. But like seriously, it's so good. The Forbidden West also had a DLC, but I didn't sink my teeth into that DLC as much as I did this one for Frozen Wilds. Story wise, both games phenomenal. Um, there's so much more story the in Forbidden West. A lot more story that you can really dig your teeth into throughout the game. Um, an extra story that you can visit yourself. You don't need to, but you can as well, which is really sick. For both games, really. But I can't wait till the third game comes out. At this point, the third game is going to be on a PlayStation 6, and the PlayStation 6 is going to cost $2,000. That's just what it feels like at this point. Steam came out with their Steam machine, and the Steam machine is like what, 12 to 1400, but the specs don't really scream um, worth it. A lot of the people I've spoken with are like, there's a few of these people who have one, um, or they got like an early release type of like a review box, or so they claim, and they're like, yeah, it's not really worth it. I'd stick with your Steam Deck OLED. I wouldn't sell it and get one of these. Besides the fact that it's not mobile, it's more of like a console type thing, so it's like your PlayStation. You can't really take it with you as easily as other things, but it's also just not that big of a performance boost over the Steam Deck. And I was like, yeah, that's why I was waiting for a Steam Deck too. Because you had the ROG Ally and then the ROG Ally X, or I don't remember if the X was the smaller one or if the X was like the better version of it that came out later. Um, the Steam Deck, it was just the Steam Deck and the Steam Deck OLED, and it only had slightly better performance because it was an OLED screen. But then it also came with its fair share of bugs as well. So I personally can't wait till we have a Steam Deck 2, because that's all I want. That's all a lot of people want or wanted. I'm not quite sure why they went with this console design thing. Like, I get it, but I don't. For example, my little brother's got Steam, um, a Steam machine monster type computer. Um, and he was just like, yeah, I could go for 32 gigabytes or 64 gigabytes. And I decided to go for 32, and it's more than enough. And basically, with the GPU he's got, the AMD something or other, he cranks most of his games, or all of his games really, to max and plays them with ample frame rate left. He can play at 60 FPS when in reality he can get up to like 400 FPS. And these are like very good looking games, and a lot of these games don't run on the Steam Deck, not because of compatibility issues, but just because of performance issues. So getting another console-like thing that is double the price of the Steam Deck OLED when it first released. Um, Now it's about the same price as the OLED because they raised the prices for whatever reason. Um, but back before it was now double the price of what my Steam Deck OLED is. Like, I expected the Steam Deck 2 to be that, but I expected more of a performance uh, boost. Uh, but it is what it is. It's an official computer, so man, this is I'm not even streaming. I'm not even doing anything. I was just gonna be like, hey, I want to play this game later. Huh? You said broadcast has stopped. I thought you stopped it. It hasn't stopped. What?